Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is surely the best lineup we've ever had for a second round session here at the Crucible. What an atmosphere here on a fabulous Friday afternoon at the Betfred World Snooker Championship. This could be absolutely epic. Please welcome, first of all, a player making his 8th appearance in the second round at the Crucible. Made the semis here 8 years ago. He has since won 3 ranking titles. One of the great break builders of the modern game. From Northern Ireland, here comes Mark the Pistol Allen.
More and more people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for. More and more people just want more and more freedom and love. What he's looking for, freed from desire, mind and senses purified.
And his opponent, 22 years after his debut, here he is coming out for a 19th appearance in the second round. Winner of 28 ranking titles in all. 4 times a champion of the world, and without doubt, one of the finest sportsmen Scotland has ever produced, the Wizard of Wishaw, John Higgins. And now, a man who has been thrilling crowds here at the Crucible for decades. 20 years ago today came that epic world record 147. He's since gone on to become a 5-time champion of the world. Blink and you'll miss him. He's the Rocket, Ronnie O'Sullivan. And finally, a class act on and off the bays. A winner of all 3 of the sport's Triple Crown events. His victory in Gibraltar earlier this season took him to 7 ranking titles. Champion of the world in 05. He's Sean the Magician Murphy.
Thank you, Hazel. Good afternoon, everybody. Well, if this session is anything like the first session...
Thank you, frame 9. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Then we're in for a treat. Ronnie O'Sullivan with a 4-frame advantage. He'll be looking to push on. Big session this, Peter, for Sean.
Absolutely. Ronnie O'Sullivan breaking off left-handed. There you see the pot success percentages for this match. 81% to Sean Murphy, 91% for O'Sullivan.
Well, I assume he went for the pot there. There's one thing for sure. As we get the dreaded mobile phone, that Sean Murphy can't afford to lose this session 6-2. Otherwise there'd be no way back.
Never ceases to amaze me, John, no matter how many times our MC Rod Walker asks people to turn their mobile phones off or switch it onto silent, somebody's mobile phone always goes off. To be honest, it's unacceptable.
Well, Ronnie purposely running that red into the bunch of red, and I think the red that's come loose is just covered by the blue. It has. That's a nice little nudge off the brown. You don't mind that happening every now and then. Didn't look a particularly good safety shot until that flick of the brown has put the cue ball behind the yellow. Ronnie trying to come round off 2 cushions, nestling to the back of the bunch. He'll still leave one to the middle if he's not careful. He's played it well. Ronnie just going down to the ballken to see where he wouldn't like to be for the next shot. Just a little bit pacey. Tight under the ball cushion was a lot better, and I think he may have left a pot on here. This red on the left-hand side of the table. There's a path through to it. In which case, you say that's a little bit careless. The thought that Ronnie put into the shot. Should have done better than this. And there you go. And the kiss on the blue is on a bad one for Sean.
Tremendous long pot from Sean Murphy there, digging down into the cue ball. Touch of left hand side. This is a tough pink. Made it look easy.
Pink spot not available, highest available is the blue. That won't bother Sean. That will though, being the wrong side of the pink. It's got quite a few balls near that in the balk end to avoid here. Controlled it nicely.
14.
See no reason not to play a cannon here. Now where's the cue ball? Well, the cue ball's finished near the top cushion. And it begs the question, what is he on?
29.
Very little at first glance.
And there may possibly be a red to the left centre. No. That's a play safe. That's slightly unfortunate.
21.
Of course, when you go into the balls like that with pace, you're never absolutely certain where the cue ball's going to finish. But even so, you're very unlucky to split the red so nicely and not end up on one.
Just got that a fraction too thick. Left a, well, you'd think a shot to nothing. Red to the right corner. I think he can play the pot and go around the back of the black.
Switch that off, please.
Not another phone. Right in the heart of the pocket. And if he gets a bounce off the baulk cushion, he'll be on the brown.
1.
He has, and he is.
Five. Six.
I must say, John, I really like the back of Sean Murphy's waistcoat. It's very smart.
Hadn't noticed it, to be honest with you, Peter. Oh yeah, very good.
Ten.
He's got a good opportunity here. Black available into both corners, and enough reds in the open for him not to be worrying about trying to bring other reds into play. There you go. He gets to 68 points. This
17.
stroke is required, so another 30 required. So that's 4 reds, 4 colours.
18.
Well, he needed a good start, and looks like he's going to get one.
Yes, and I was just thinking
24.
how wonderful it is to see just how fluent both of these players are, both of these great players are in amongst the balls. They really get on with it and play at a
25.
really nice pace. It's a very difficult thing to do under pressure. I remember the great Steve Davis once said, if you can play as if it means nothing when it means everything, that's the way to play. Fantastic philosophy. Very difficult to put into practice.
32.
Both of these great players managed to do that.
33.
This black, one more red in the colour. And Ronnie will need a snooker. Not had much chance.
40.
This frame, he'll know that. It's not as if he's missed anything easy.
41.
Loose safety shot early on gave Sean a chance, and he's needed 2 chances, Sean, but he's made it with that. That puts him 68 points in front with just 67 remaining.
47. 48.
52.
No way back to the table now for Ronnie.
54.
He won't be getting out of his seat.
55.
Well, he'd
62.
do very well here if he can make a century.
63.
1 No. Unless this red passes the other one down the side, I don't think he's got anything
70.
on here. But he's done more than enough. Playing a plant, is he? Yeah. Only just to see if he could keep it going, but that's enough for Ronnie. Ronnie never got a chance in that frame. It was all about Sean Murphy. Just the start he wanted. He's 3 frames behind now. 6-3.
As quietly as possible, please. Thank you. Quietly, please. Thank you. Frame 10. Sean Murphy to break.
Well, he's left a chance of a red here, but Ronnie just having a look to see what the consequences would be if he went for the red and missed it. I don't think there's a path back to the ball, Ken. I think if he goes for the red, he's got to fully commit.
May even decide to use the red and the black cushion as a stopper. Wow, that's a horrendous kick.
Well, that wasn't Ronnie's fault. I mean, I don't know whether he got the potting angle, but whatever. Just look at the way the pace was taken out of the cue ball. Why that happens, I don't know. And he's left a tricky red, but doesn't have to do much to be on the black. If he gets it, he's on it. Oh, he just caught the near jaw. And those mistakes will prove very costly at this level. You cannot afford to miss when you're in like that.
One.
So this is Ronnie's first ball he's potted. As we see that one just caught the near jaw. We have seen 1 or 2 drop, but usually when they catch that right hand jaw as we look, they don't go in. Obviously just got the wrong angle on the black. He's looking at the pink. He's just wondering where the pink's going to go when it's respotted. Ronnie just getting out of the way and sitting down, just having a sip of water while he lets our referee, Olivia Martial, position the pink spot. It looks as though it could go on there, but obviously doesn't.
Thank you. 7. Eight. 15. 16.
It's always a joy to watch Ronnie when he gets in and around the black spot area and how he goes about making his breaks. And he's not one of these that goes into the pack straight away and smashes them open, because you are trusting a little
23.
bit to luck doing that, and he'd rather leave it to skill.
$24.
If he gets the 72, snookers will be required. Quite a way to go yet, though. Don't know
31.
whether he can play for the black now. May have to go up for the blue. Oh no, he was okay.
32.
You'll be thinking about
39.
trying to bring some reds into play very soon.
40.
I don't know if the top red of that little cluster. Only just having a look now whether it's available into the middle. Might be able to get on that, pop that, and bring a few reds into play. And that's what he played for. All depends on the potting angle
47.
here. No, he couldn't
48.
disturb the red, so played that really well.
55.
So decided to leave it till
56.
last minute. Here he goes, off the black, stunning to the red that's on the left-hand side. Just missed the pink here. Been lucky not to be on one. A little bit surprised he played it like that. I thought it was more of a stun
63.
to run through the red.
Yes, he would dearly have loved to open the reds and push the cue ball through around maybe 10 inches further to the left than where it is now. So he'll be disappointed with that. Still an excellent
Sullivan,
effort.
63.
Puts him in control of the frame.
Yeah, but he'll be disappointed he didn't win it at that visit. Okay, Sean 63 points behind, but there's a possible 83 remaining.
Sean needs to be very careful here, because if he's playing the red on the left hand side of the table, he needs to cover the red into the right centre, which won't be easy despite the baulk colours being there. Not so sure about that.
No. This red is a little bit more difficult than it looks on your screens. A bit more of an acute angle than it appears. But you wouldn't expect Ronnie to miss it. Doesn't have to do much with the cue ball to get position.
One.
And I think, John, to be perfectly fair to Sean, it's almost certain that he got a heavy contact on that red, because the cue ball finished 3 feet shorter than his intended position.
Yeah, if he does it again, I'll handle it. Don't worry.
Obviously this top red of this little cluster goes to the right corner.
3.
And he just needs this red in a colour. And that'll be the frame in the bag.
4.
67 points to lead now. 67 remaining. But this will put Ronnie 72 points in front with 67 remaining. So,
9.
complete turnaround from the first frame.
10.
Ronnie never got much of a chance, and Sean's not had much of a chance in this one. Well, he had one chance when he missed that red along the top cushion. It's a tough school,
17.
though, when you only get one opportunity.
Exactly. And that's what happens at this level.
Well, the red's not gone
17
in,
and the frame.
so it doesn't matter really. Sean obviously concedes, so complete reversal of the first frame. Ronnie takes the second one, and he's now 4 frames ahead again, 7-3.
That will do, thank you. One more and you're out. Thank you, frame 11. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Better break-off shot, that from Ronnie. And when he plays left-handed, I had a conversation with him about it, and he thinks he can get more side on playing left-handed, but he firmly believes you've got to be a foot this side of the baulk line to get the cue ball where it is now, and not leave that long pot on. And he'd be happy with that, even though he's not got the cue ball tight. Just watch where the cue ball lands. Foot this side of the baulk line, and that gives you a nice angle to get the green as the cover.
And I think Mark Selby tries to do a similar thing, so no coincidence there that perhaps two of the very best players in the world are trying to do a similar thing off the break-off shot, and it is very difficult because these cushions do slide a lot. And that was an excellent shot from Sean Murphy.
Yeah, not touching, because if they had been, the referee would have called it. Neither player will want to get involved in this type of frame. But sometimes it's the balls that dictate how a frame's going to be played out. And Sean, as it turned out, left Ronnie a nice, easy run back to baulk there.
This needs to be very thin, but not that thin.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4. To the left. Ronnie, thank you.
He'll be under pressure if he doesn't hit it this time. No, but he did, and he hit it well. But he couldn't avoid the kiss on the yellow, so he's done a good safety. You'd expect a better one from Ronnie.
A decent sized target to get the cue ball behind the yellow and brown. It'll be interesting to see how Ronnie decides to play this. A lot of players might play this plain ball. Almost certainly Ronnie will be playing this with right hand side. Just a little thick. That's not a bad flick at all. Almost snookering Sean behind the green. Now, I don't know what he's going to do with the cue ball, but Sean's a very aggressive player and you can see him taking this red on. He'll be trusting to luck with the cue ball though.
And I thought for a moment he might have a run of the ball, but that's the problem though. The more pace you put in that shot, the more you've got to hit the centre of the cue ball. You've really got to have good centre ball striking, and that's what caused the miss.
I think there was a lot of pressure on that shot, John, because Sean was not guaranteed to get on a colour.
Wow.
It was a very low percentage pot. He played it full-bloodedly, but to be perfectly honest, he would have had no idea where the cue ball was going there because he was cannoning into balls.
Yeah, and playing at that pace, he was trusting to luck, and he thought if he hits it hard, then there's a chance the cue ball would come back up the table. But you don't really want to be playing those risky shots, as
6.
Peter said, unless you're certain of a good reward. Anyway, it's handed a good chance to Ronnie. Obviously the
7.
black's tied up, and I don't think the red just to the right of the black is available, so
He's clapping on the other band.
I don't know who it is.
It's a bit off-putting.
Can you check the clapper? And if he does it again, he's out. Okay?
He's watching another game. I think he's clapping on that.
Is it the answer?
But he's
I thought it was from there.
Yeah, but he's clapping for their shots, I think. So it's a bit sort of weird.
Security will have a look, and if he does it again, he's out.
oh, I think what
We're on
Ronnie's
it.
saying that he must be looking at the other table. He's clapping for shots on the other table, not this one. It's just a bit off-putting for Ronnie, but thank goodness he's mature enough now just to have a little walk round the table and concentrate on his own game. And he nearly run out of
12.
position there, you know. I think this pink
13.
goes to the right corner. Well, obviously it's not straightforward, otherwise he'd have played it by now. You thought the end red would have gone to the left corner, but it mustn't be straightforward, otherwise you wouldn't be taking this long over it. He's played for this red. Well, where does the pink go? Is the pink going to be available?
19.
It is available to the left middle. And when he removes this red, we'll go to the right corner as well.
20.
It's a nice shot. Play for the red to the left, and in rolling this in, he'll
26.
just nudge the other three reds and be on the pink to the right corner.
$27.
Did well to hold that. Gets to 70, the snooker's required.
Sure.
Not the easiest of chances, obviously, with the black tied up. And he can't play for the pink off this red, he's going to go back up for the blue. So needs a good angle on the blue.
Thank you.
And at
34.
first look, hasn't got it. No. Wanted to be a bit further to the right of the blue line. Well, he's tried to force it in. Did well to get the cue ball there.
39.
Well, he's looking at possibility of this plant, but there's quite a distance between the two. It's no gimme, that's for sure. Went in nevertheless,
40.
but still can't get the right side of the blue. Yeah, this was a good one. You can see the distance between the two balls. Had to really hit that first ball correctly, which he did. Now, can he force another angle off this blue? Almost straight blue. He can. And that, of course, is the advantage of these superfine cloths. You can
45.
move the ball almost straight. Now, normal circumstances, you think, well, you could roll this in and maybe nudge the red away from the black. But it's a risk. And that's why he's thinking about it. It's a risk. Can he get on a colour without any risks involved? That's the decision he's got to make here. Thought it was worth the risk, and he got it and played it beautifully.
$53. 54.
Just the red and the
61.
colour needed.
$62.
66 points the lead now. 67 remaining. Pot the black, go 73 points in front with 67 remaining. In goes the black, no problem. He's taken these well, Peter, hasn't he?
69.
Yes, he really is up for this match, isn't he? I've
70.
not seen him with this level of focus commitment, concentration for quite some time.
75.
Well, he's missed the red, a bit disappointed, but that's enough for Sean. And Ronnie now, it was a 5-frame gap. It's 8-3. Yeah, and as we know with Ronnie, when he gets in amongst the balls, he's very dangerous. So this shot, the shot that Sean took on, Peter, was very risky at the best of times.
For me, it was a very low percentage shot. Okay, we all know what a wonderful long potter Sean Murphy is. He's one of the best we've ever seen. But there's extra pressure on this shot because he's not guaranteed to get on a colour. There's no path back to balk. It's a really low percentage shot, and it's one that you have to get. And unfortunately for him, he didn't get away with it after he missed it.
Yeah, and of course that let Ronnie in. And the balls weren't nicely situated because the black was tied up. And then he got to this situation where he was almost, just a couple of reds. The pots, referee.
But they will monitor it. And at the mid-session, they will ask him nicely if he could get somewhere else. Okay?
Well, whatever he said to Ronnie, Ronnie was nodding in agreement, so no problem there. I think it's somebody in the audience that just seems to be clapping for no reason. But getting back to that last frame, when the black was tied up, he then had to make a decision. And he thought, well, I can play for the pink, but I'm not certain to. But he landed perfect on the red and took the chance to kiss the red away from the black. He tried to make it a no-risk break, but in the end decided just to take that slight risk.
Well, it could quite easily have gone wrong, couldn't it?
Yeah. But once it cleared the black, then the frame is inevitably.
One of the things I find interesting, John, as part of his preparation for the World Championship every year, Ronnie always seems to get a very sharp haircut.
Thank you, Sean.
Yeah, well, he's
Frame 12,
a
Sean
sharp
Murphy
lad.
to break.
I think I might go for that next time.
Every frame now is building up in importance for Sean Murphy. The target for a place in the quarter-final is 13. So Sean has got to start winning frames now.
Can't quite see enough of this long red. He's going to have to play with a trace of right-hand side if he takes it on. Decided to take the red on the opposite side of the table, and that's a mistake.
Yeah, didn't get close to the pot. I think if he had it done, he wouldn't have left this easy one, the red just above the black. But Sean has got to capitalise now on these chances.
And it's only because Ronnie overcut the long red by such a distance that he left an opportunity for Sean Murphy. If he'd have got closer to the pot, the cue ball would have stayed a lot closer to the black and not travelled so far back up the table, and this opportunity wouldn't have been on. Slightly under hit that one.
16.
This is a little bit of a tester. You'd still expect him to get it. But these are the sort of shots that you can decelerate on and slightly overcut. He made sure that
17.
he got a very solid strike there. He played it very well.
I think he got a heavy contact there. He's played for the red that's just below the pink to the right middle. I don't think he's on it. No, you see
24.
just a bit of a jump. Can he get to it? No. He doesn't think he can.
When we saw the slow-mo there, John, it almost looked as though the cue ball jumped before it reached the black,
Yeah,
which is maybe one of the reasons why he got a kick.
Yeah, that can happen if you don't keep the cue parallel to the table. Then you got this striking down motion and you get the cue ball bouncing.
So
As you're
Murphy,
saying, if he's
24.
just coming back to the table when it makes contact with the object ball, enter heavy contact.
There you see,
Yep.
definitely.
So the main reason for that bad contact was poor cueing. And didn't make the most of that golden opportunity. Only be good if he can miss the yellow, and he can't do that. Okay, may not have left a pot on Ronnie, but an easy safety shot for Sean. Well, he did have a look, but didn't look as though there was a plant there, unless Ronnie thought one could go in off the other one, which it nearly did. Main concern was to get the cue ball back to the balk end, which he's done, but he's not found the balk cushion. Thought that was too risky to take on because he'd been running into other reds. But he's not played the best safety shot. Give Ronnie a chance here. And if Ronnie can judge this well enough, he could pot this, cannon the red to the left of it full in the face, may be able to stay on the black. Depends how he sees it. Well, to get the full ball contact on that red, he'd have had to stun it. So gave the pot every due consideration, something that Sean didn't do in the last frame.
Yes, well, he certainly gave that every chance of going in at that pace. And perhaps he felt that if he got a slightly thinner cannon, he would be going up and perhaps leaving himself the blue into the left centre. Where the cue ball's finished, he'll almost certainly be taking the long blue into the yellow pocket. And because Ronnie tends to play these with a touch of left-hand side, he'll need to get through this smoothly. A bit of disturbance in the crowd, which won't help his concentration.
Yeah, I think what's happened, they're in between frames on the other table, and there's just people moving. So Ronnie decided, let them settle down, and just ask the referee to clean the cue ball so he can not be put off. And this is all the maturity that he's been showing the last couple of seasons.
Can you make sure you stay still and sit still, please?
The only thing that I would say about having the cue ball cleaned on this shot, John, is that the left-hand side that Ronnie will almost certainly be imparting on the cue ball now will actually throw more. So he needs to hit this really smooth, otherwise this blue will be thick. He's played it really well.
6. Seven.
Got a heavy contact there. On both of those last two shots, Ronnie would have been playing with left-hand side, as John mentioned earlier in commentary, helping side just to help the pot, but on these cloths it can make things very difficult sometimes. Even on a shot like this,
12.
if you're playing drag with left-hand side, you can hit the red thick. And he played that beautifully.
13.
Well, it's the same with every shot, and particularly if you're putting a tracer side on, it depends how you strike the ball. If you hit it too hard, you can push it in. If you hit it too soft, it drifts away. But Ronnie's timing throughout this match invariably has been absolutely superb. He was given a
20.
scare in the first round by Gary Wilson, and it was his reaction after that
21.
match when he punched the air. I've never seen him do that having won a first round match, you know, but he was delighted, and it just showed you how much it meant to him. And as Steve Davis has mentioned a few times, I think he's come here and he's on a mission.
Yes, he's certainly playing
20th.
with an intention that I've not seen for a very long time. He's very focused, he's very disciplined, he's using his experience, playing
29.
very fluently under pressure, as he always likes to. But there is a real determination and real steeliness about his whole demeanour this year.
He just can't get that cue ball though exactly where he wants it.
36.
He wasn't good on the black, and he's not great on this red. No, and eventually
Ronnie
he
O'Sullivan,
caught up on him.
36.
Never really got that cue ball under tight control there for some reason.
Well, again, I think that was a heavy contact. There was a definite sigh when he missed that, and I don't think it was just because he missed the pot. Normally if you get a kick they go thick, but that was one of the rare occasions
1.
where you pull the ball thin, getting the kick. Meanwhile, that is an excellent shot from Sean Murphy. This is a frame that he desperately needs to win.
8.
Yeah, and it's a big frame because I'm sure he was sat down in his seat a few moments ago thinking that the frame had gone with Ronnie and the balls. So having a glance at the scoreboard, he's 4 points behind. Trying to think if there's any way he can win the frame without one of the awkward reds near the cushion. So he's tried to bring the red into play off a red.
9.
Is he on the black? It's a thin one. They don't recommend you do that, but he took the chance. It's a tricky black, this. It looks easier than it is. No, but right in the heart of the pocket.
$16.
Sean Murphy got up off that black. There was another noise in the audience. And somebody in the crowd
17.
is making some quite strange noises. If they continue to do that, they'll be ejected without any shadow of a doubt. So he just got up off the shot just to regain his composure.
$20.
Well, he's on this red. He shouldn't have any problem just potting it and getting on the blue. Well, Sean,
Murphy,
you
20.
cannot afford to be missing those. and he can't believe it. In all honesty, neither can I. He had nothing to do with the cue ball, just pot the red, bound to be on the blue. Bad mistake. But the problem that I was going to say that Sean would have had is these two reds either side of near the cushion. It's now Ronnie's problem, but Ronnie will be happy to have the problem.
6.
Two points in it. Ronnie 2 points behind. It's all about the cue ball now. He's got a nice angle on the blue, but this red along the top cushion behind the black will not be easy. And definitely not from there.
12.
Not from there. Now will he just try and knock it in and play a snooker?
Certainly very difficult to play at pace.
13.
Well, he's giving himself a chance of a pot on the black. Oh, right in the heart of the pocket. If he misses a kiss on the yellow, this is perfect. Have a look at this. Needs a bounce.
20.
Superb. Just wanted it to bounce another fraction.
Ronnie O'Sullivan,
Well, I
20.
said it was just going into a slightly blind pocket, but he played it in such a way that he thought, well, if it doesn't go in, I'll get the cover with the pink.
Do you know the strange thing about that shot, John, is that if the pink hadn't been there, I don't think he would have missed the red.
Yeah, I know what he's saying. He probably played it a little bit slower than he would normally, trying to cover it if it didn't go in. Just that negative thought. Of course, the thing is, with it being so close to the pocket, there is a chance that Sean could hit the red and knock it in. Needs something good to happen, otherwise he'll lose the frame. Wasn't right over the pocket. Ronnie comes back to the table with a 12-point lead. But whoever pots this red, you feel, will win the frame.
This is a really tough pot. Could play it with an element of safety. And because of the difficulty, decided against it. It's not bad, but it's not as good as he would have liked. The difficulty here for Sean is that he doesn't really have the angle to swing the white around 3 or 4 cushions behind the yellow and brown, because there would be a really good chance of sticking the red over the middle if he did that. That was quite an interesting choice of shot.
I don't know if it was the best choice, but certainly feel at the moment that Ronnie's got control now of this situation. It's important tactical exchange. Could have played that better.
Again, that sounded a little bit heavy to me, John. I think the white stopped very quickly there. Now, are we going to see a Sean Murphy special? If he takes this on, this is really tough. Not the easiest safety shot in the world, because he would have to avoid double kisses. Tried to play the snooker behind the pink, and he's played that really well. That's an excellent shot.
Looks easy enough to hit, but you've got to get the red safe. That's the important thing. Well, I think he'll settle for this. He may have got a snooker back. I think he has. Full ball snooker. Sean's looking to come off the cushion. There you go. No edge of that red sticking out.
Well, there is a possibility here of Sean coming off 2 cushions, hitting the red, cue ball hitting the yellow and snookering in behind the brown. And he was close to that.
Yeah, he was. He'd have liked that red to have run on another inch or two, because this is a frame-winning opportunity now for Ronnie. Pots this red, gets on a colour.
One.
Well, the kiss on the blue is not a bad one, particularly when you're as good playing left-handed. Anxious look at the scoreboard. This blue will put him 18 points in front. So now, just looking for yellow and green to get to the snooker's required stage. Yellow and green will put him 23 points in front with just 22 remaining. Another frame slipping away from Sean Murphy, you feel.
Eight.
Just about got past the baulk line to make this green easy enough to pot.
$11.
I'm still not sure. Snooker's needed. And now no way back to the table
15.
for Sean Murphy. Mid-session interval coming up. He's got nothing to show really for his efforts in the first 4 frames. Okay, he's won one of them, but that
20.
wasn't what he was looking for.
$26.
In goes the black. Ronnie O'Sullivan started with a 4-frame advantage. He's now got a 6-frame advantage. He leads Sean Murphy 9 frames to 3.
Quietly, please. There's still a game on. Thank you. Thank you. Frame 13. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Yes, thank you, Hazel. And I'm sure Ronnie wouldn't mind if he could seal this match, as we're not even at the 3-hour stage match time. But yes, he could certainly win the match if he can win the next 4 frames. Be all over, 13-3. With a session to spare and a bit more time on the practice table.
That needed to be very thin from Sean Murphy. Slightly too thin. Giving the initiative to Ronnie O'Sullivan to play a better safety shot. Playing this with lots of left-hand side.
That's careless.
But he's been fortunate, John.
Well, Sean just sort of stopped in his tracks there, but there is a chance of potting this red. Well, he's looking at an alternative, but it looks as though this red is pottable off the side cushion. What's he got in mind here? Well, it was a good effort trying to move the red from the corner. And in a way, he's unlucky it double kissed and stayed there. He'll be thinking not much is going his way. That was a good attempt, that.
Ronnie may well elect to play cushion first here.
One.
Yeah, easy enough pot, but controlling the pace of the cue ball was always going to be difficult. He's on the pink, but the potting angle is taking him away from the reds.
That's why I suggested he may well have been better off playing cushion first, because that would have taken the pace out of the cue ball and he couldn't have missed the red, and almost certainly would have been on the black.
Foul.
Where's the cue ball gone?
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1. Sean Murphy 6.
Well, that was a unexpected error from Ronnie. The pockets are always in the same place.
Thank you.
Looking at a pot here, is he? Oh no, just the safety, but there was always a chance he could knock one over the left corner, but caught the red just right, ran it into the other one. This looks good. That looks very good. Didn't mind leaving this red along the top cushion. Thought if I leave it straight, there's no way Ronnie will be tempted to play the pot. The only thing that Sean has got to be a little bit wary of here, he's going to play safe down the left-hand side of the table as we look. Got to avoid the kiss on that red that's tight to the top cushion. Well, he's decided to play safe off this one. Got to be careful with these. Well, he's got a good line. He's got an excellent line. That's a bonus. exactly the 3-hour mark now in this match.
Foul.
Oh, well.
And a miss. From Murphy 6.
Yeah, Sean, no reason not to have it replaced. Couldn't have been closer to hitting the red. Got to be a little bit careful here, Ronnie. The side he's decided to come down. If he just slides past the red, or even it's the red thin, he could possibly leave something. It's like two people sat there waiting for the referee to do his job.
Okay, Sean. Thank you.
So the same shot, just a minor adjustment needed, but got to be precise. Okay, safe enough.
Ronnie coming down to look at the reds to see if he could possibly play a shot to nothing. Digging down on the cue ball slightly. Let's call that a bit thin. The blue come to his rescue. Well, there is a pot here for Sean Murphy, but he'll be cannoning into the two reds above the pink. Needs to avoid the screw off in the middle pocket. Played it really well.
Yeah, it's a good solid pot. He's got to take these chances now. He's running out of time. Played that nicely. And I think the pink will go to the right corner. He'd like the pink on its spot.
Five.
He's just looking to see if there's a way he could get on the black once he's potted the pink and the next red.
$11.
Must be tight. He can always play for the pink, of course, but he feels if he can get on the black nicely, he may be able to nudge one of those reds away that's just above the black and clear the black for both corners. And then he would think about winning the frame in one visit.
$12.
Well, in the end, he played the run through. Now, what sort of an angle has he got on this red? Doesn't want to be too straight on it.
19.
Just enough angle.
20.
Now, just a soft screw here. Pot the black, cannon the pink, full in the face. Well, he missed the cannon on the pink, but he's still okay.
27. Thank you. 28. $35.
Needs to get to 72 points, so another 25 points required. It looks a
36.
task well within his reach here. And of course, if he wins this frame, it will go into the third session no matter what.
$42. $43.
$61 ahead, 83 remaining.
50.
So he's looking for red, colour red here. Not only is he not playing the easy red, it's just a little bit straight.
$51.
Nicely played. Now just the red needed to go 69 in front with only 67
57.
remaining.
58.
Well, he's taking these well, Peter, and he looks determined. He's not throwing the towel in by any
64.
means.
No, this has been an excellent contribution from Sean Murphy here. Timed the ball particularly sweetly during this break.
Thank you. 65.
His highest break so far in this match has been 84. He'd love to make a century.
71.
Just lost the cue ball a bit there.
72. $77.
Yeah, good solid pot.
78. $84.
2 reds, 2 blacks would take him to the century. But just not to be. But he's got the frame on the board, and this match will go to the 3rd session. No matter what, he's still 5 frames behind, but that was a competent break he made there. 9-4, Ronnie O'Sullivan. Well, very impressive CV there. Sean Murphy, and of course, champion in 2005.
Thank you. Quietly, please. Frame 14, Sean Murphy to break.
Three more frames to be played in this session. Can he make any inroads into that deficit? Not the best from Ronnie. That red's gone over the far left corner. It's unlike Ronnie to make a careless shot. He did one in the last when he potted the pink and went in off. He's been very good at his knowledge of where the cue ball and the object ball is going to finish. Missed just that one. So first chance for Sean.
One.
Not got the pace into that. Unless the red just below the pink goes to the left corner, which he obviously doesn't. I know he's very good with the rest, but I don't think this was the red he was looking to be on. %82% success rate with the rest. Slightly better than Ronnie. Yeah, good shot.
Thank you.
You see those miss
Five.
quite a few times when people just don't get through the white, but as he did in the last frame, Peter, maybe a little bit of pressure's gone off him now, and he, you know, because he's so far behind, and he's just starting to free up his cue arm.
Yes, and I wonder if perhaps Ronnie's taken his foot off the gas a little bit, thinking that he's done the damage. Still a long way to go. Doesn't
13.
seem to have quite the intensity that he had earlier on. But at this level you can't afford any lapses in concentration.
21.
Purposely left himself an angle on this red
28.
to disturb some more reds. He's a little bit straighter than he would have liked. So from a positional point of view, this can go wrong.
Yeah, if he doesn't want to risk playing the run through, he could screw back and play for the pink in the middle. But he's playing the run through.
29.
At first glance, he doesn't look to be perfect on the black. Hence, he's playing the pink. Now, where does the pink go? Pink spot not available. Goes as close as it can. Look at the sidebar there. Needs another 33 points to get to the snooker's required stage.
Thank you. 35. Thank you. 36.
And now it's all down to this break now, because you're going to pot the black and try and bring enough reds into play so he can win the frame at this visit. It's gone wrong. We saw Ronnie play a similar shot in another frame.
43.
Yes, didn't get enough action on the cue ball there. And
Yeah.
it's the type of shot that Sean Murphy normally plays really well and screws right through the reds.
Yeah, and get the arc on the cue ball. He said he played the stun. Now this red he's closest to, he's wondering about the possibility of potting it to the far corner. Doesn't feel he'd be leaving much if he should miss it. But he's not going to miss it. Great shot.
44.
Lost the cue ball slightly though. This black is tricky. Excellent pots, and I wouldn't say he was fortunate, but he just had the perfect angle where he could run round the back of that red, because where he was, as you saw, so close to the cushion, not a lot he could do. Just pot the black and let the cue ball go its natural angle, and he's finished on this red nicely.
$52.
After coming in and out of balk here, so just got to be a little careful. Don't want to kiss the green. Just trickle past it. And that's good.
57. $58.
This black. One more red in the colour required. You see it, 65 ahead, 75 remaining. When he pots this red, there'll only be 67 remaining.
65.
Put him 66 points in front, so he needs a colour off it.
$66.
That should be it. There'll be no return to the table now for Ronnie. Loose
73.
safety shot from Ronnie and early on in the frame, and he's been sat down ever since. And this was the one containing safety. Hit the red wrong and left it on. And that's the only mistake he's had to make. Okay, that red's not in, but I don't think Ronnie will bother coming back to the table. He may do. 73 behind, 67 remaining, 2 snookers needed. He needs a big bounce off this top cushion, and I don't think he's going to get one.
1.
If he doesn't pot the black, he'll concede. Oh, terrific shot. Okay, the brown, the kiss on the brown has stopped his
8.
position.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 8.
It's my imagination, Peter. It seems like the table's playing a little bit heavy. There's a couple of safety shots Ronnie's playing and only just got past the ball line. It's unlike him.
This is a great test of Sean's cueing. Sounded a bit heavy. The red definitely jumped, and that was partly because Ronnie was digging down into the cue ball. The cue ball left the bed of the table on the way to making contact with the red, and that should be the end of the frame. He's done well here, Sean Murphy.
Yes, he basically, although he missed the red that encouraged Ronnie to carry on, he did do it in one visit, and that's what we've been saying all along through this match, that that's what he has to do.
6. 7.
2 more frames to play after this one, and if he was to win them both, he's definitely match on. Doesn't matter about the black.
Sean Murphy, 7.
Ronnie will concede,
And the frame.
which he does. So that poor safety shot from Ronnie at the start of the frame lets Sean in, but every credit to Sean. He took his chance, and is the comeback going to get stronger. He still trails by 4.
Thank you. Frame 15. Ronnie O'Sullivan to break.
Yeah, and a very interesting 2 frames these could turn out to be. Can get through to this red, and the black's available. Well, he decided to play the run through and go up the table. I thought he'd have committed a bit more to that. He thought it was in. That's the look of a player who thought that was in.
He certainly couldn't have got any closer, John.
Just struggled it in. Wanted to avoid the kiss on the yellow, but it's a decision time. He's just going to trickle up to the brown. Don't blame him.
Ronnie O'Sullivan 1.
There's a couple of loose reds on either side of the cluster, so it's not a guarantee to get this safe.
Certainly Sean Murphy needs to be very careful here. As you quite rightly pointed out, John.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 4.
Shouldn't be too much of a problem here for Sean. He should be able to readjust.
Yeah, the only problem I can see here with this red being tight, if he just hits a little bit too hard, he could possibly leave this red on.
Yeah, Ronnie. Thank you.
He used to hit it dead weight. And nearly did leave it on.
Just came down to check to see if there was a plant to the right hand black pocket. Caught that too thick.
I think he was checking to see whether there was a red going to go towards the pocket. Well, he checked, and one did. That wasn't good. As the guys in the studio were saying, well, you'll be thinking he's got to stop the rot. When you say the rot, the fact that Sean's won 2 frames in succession, and if he was to win the next 2, Ronnie wouldn't be pleased with that outcome.
Which one's the left one?
No, it's camera. It's just moving.
There.
Yeah, the tension up there. Yeah, 1 minute.
Stand still.
Something catching Ronnie in his eye line, just asking the referee. Because Ronnie knows that this is a big frame now. Oh, well, know he thought of everything, but he was thinking where was the cue ball going to go, and the cardinal error of missing the pot, and an easy one it was. Well, what a let-off for Sean, and what an opportunity he's got now.
One.
Bit of adrenaline there, John.
Yeah, his cue ball control throughout this match has not been up to its usual high standards. Seems to be over or under hitting quite a few shots. I mean, okay, you can nestle up behind the blue, but a chance like that to only get one, disappointing.
Sean Murphy, 1.
Okay, he's obviously thinking that red over the corner pocket, I'll get another chance. The problem is for Ronnie, if he tries to come off the baulk cushion, which he's looking at now, using the spider, boy, this is tough. That's the line he's looking at, but as I say, it's just awkward to get any sort of pace in the cue ball, striking down like this.
Yes, he's really hampered by the blue here. That's
No.
wide.
Yep.
Thank you.
So Sean gets another bite at the cherry.
Thank you.
It's funny, you look at the body language of players, and Sean's body language seems to be changing now, and he's got that look of determination where didn't seem that long ago, he had a look of resignation.
I think that's absolutely true, John. I also noticed last couple of frames that Ronnie was starting to look a little bit tired sitting in his chair. I was watching him very closely as Sean Murphy was at the table over the last 2 frames, and he was definitely showing signs of tiredness. Maybe he just went out to put some water on his face at the end of the last frame.
8.
Sean playing a delicate cannon here. Played that really well.
Thank you. 9.
Glorious opportunity this now, the black available into both corners.
$16. 17.
Lots of noise from the other side of the wall, but you've got to concentrate and focus on what you're doing here. Of course, these players very experienced.
24.
Another 41 points required, and the way they're spread around, nothing's a formality, but you'd fancy him to do it.
$25. 30. $31. $36.
Probably play down for the black here, you would have thought, but just got to get the pace right.
37.
He looks as though he's just got enough angle. Doesn't really want to be playing for the red along the top cushion if he can avoid it. And could not have hit that positional shot any better.
44.
Certainly not straightforward for Sean here, the way the reds are situated. And he's going to
45.
need a very good positional shot from this black.
Well, I just had a look to see if he can get on that red to the right middle. If that is available, it's a lot easier to get on. Didn't have to do much with the cue ball.
It looks from our commentary position, John, as if that red doesn't go, but it obviously does.
52.
Whoa,
53.
wow. Used all the pocket. But his heart skipped a beat then.
And we've seen plenty of those type shots missed this week. Catching the near knuckle.
Red colour red.
59.
That's what's required.
60.
Last two frames he's made breaks of 83. Sorry, 73 in the last frame. 84 in the one
66.
before that. And 66 and counting now. See what he needed to do.
Absolutely, very impressive stuff from Sean Murphy. Just what the doctor ordered.
$72. $73.
We've got a big last frame coming up, that's for sure.
$79.
Yes, if Ronnie O'Sullivan manages to win the final frame,
80.
it's job done for him by sharing the session. But Sean Murphy would love to trail only 9-7. Great effort.
87.
Well, I just hoping the red could go in somewhere, but it's not. But just another high break, and that's what he needed to do. He's won 3 in a row. Ronnie O'Sullivan now just 3 frames ahead. It's 9-6.
Quietly as possible, please. Thank you. Quietly, please. Keep the noise down. Thank you. The
Yes,
final frame of the
certainly
session.
is.
Sean Murphy to break.
Not the best break-off shot. He's left this red. Or has he? Oh, the cue ball just ran that extra inch. He's not on the one to the right corner as I thought. Well, there you see it.
And this is not an easy safety shot either.
It shows you that extra roll, the fractions that are so important in this game.
Ronnie's playing the swerve shot, almost certainly to leave Sean Murphy a shot along the cushion, but he's played that really well, and he won't be taking that on now, not with it being so straight.
Yeah, he couldn't have played that much better. The last few frames, it's Sean who's been getting the better of these early tactical exchanges, which is unusual. If you put the two together, you'd think Ronnie would be the better safety player. Who's going to make the first mistake here? This red to the right corner is on for Sean.
Big chance now. And this really is a test of cueing. Sean Murphy is so good at these. And that's brilliant. But unfortunately, he's just lost the cue ball. Great strike. Just didn't quite get the spin.
He'd have been wishing now he'd have rolled out on and off the top cushion. Anyway, at least if you pot the ball, you get to play the next shot. Must avoid the blue at all costs, and has done.
Sean Murphy 1.
Touch short of pace. You can feel the tension in the air, the hush. Doesn't mind leaving Sean this red along the top cushion. Ronnie deems it in the too difficult category to pot it and get out for a colour. Sean's having a look though. He's thinking if he pots the red, could he have the black to the middle, but I don't blame him looking like that. It's the way I feel about the shot, and I don't have to play it. Good cue ball, puts a little bit of pressure on Ronnie here. Now, I think he may have left this red, but he's got quite a bit to do with the cue ball there. He's seeing him just get past the blue.
This is such a difficult pot, especially the way he'll be playing it. Deep screw, left hand side. Needs some good fortune. And he's got it.
As Peter said, put that little bit of left-hand side, but hitting it so hard that left-hand side pushed the cue ball to the right. But fortunate to get away with it. That's just a run of the ball. Nothing you can do about that.
Thanks. You sure?
Everybody wanting to see if Sean can get past the green here to the thin edge. Obviously can't. Looking to come off the side cushion and just nestle into the cluster below the pink. Shouldn't be a problem. Looks a natural angle. Well, it nearly went wrong. And if Ronnie has stopped the safety shot down the right-hand side of the table, which it as we look, as it appears he has, Sean's got a problem here. There's no path back to balk. The black stopping that.
Sean just looking to see if he can come off a couple of cushions to drop on a red. He also has the opportunity to play with a touch of right-hand side off 2 cushions to clip a red thin and send the cue ball back into the balk area. That may well be what he's elected to play. Trusting to luck a little with this.
Foul and a miss. Ronnie O'Sullivan 5.
Well, it'll be put back. Well, Ronnie's thinking there's still no path back to balk, but I'll be honest with you, I'd rather have it put back, yes. I mean, at the moment he can't hit the reds that way. If he'd let him play it again from there, he could hit the reds. Okay, still no path back to the balk end, but because if he comes off 2 cushions, that's where they were, and that's where it is
Can we
now.
check this?
Yeah,
I
it looks
think
good to me.
Pretty near. Yeah. Okay, Ronnie. Thank you.
As I was going to say, with this 2 cushion escape, he always err on the side of not hitting it at all rather than hit it too thick, but how's the adjustment going to be? Oh, well, it's worked out well. And he's got a snooker back, can you believe it?
That really was a bonus, but it was an excellent shot. A wonderful escape. There you see the situation that Ronnie faces. Just trying to... Well, I think that's okay.
Touching ball.
Touching ball will help Sean. But it's funny, Ronnie looked in complete control of the tactical exchange, and now it's turned completely in Sean's favour. And both players aware of how important a frame this is. One of those situations, yeah. Because there's no safety down the right-hand side of the table, you don't mind the player being able to hit the ball. Although, having said that, the red that's immediately to the right of the black, I wonder if he could hit that thin enough to get the cue ball back to the balk end. Didn't think so. That's why he's rolled it. trusts the table. And at first look, it hasn't let him down.
Foul and a miss. Sean Murphy 4.
Well, the last time I was in this sort of situation, although I think there is an escape route down the left-hand side now with that red near the top cushion, so Sean, no reason not to have it replaced. Unlike Sean, second time around, Ronnie caught the red too full. Left Sean a chance here, but he's going to be hampered somewhat.
And it's also very difficult for him to do too much with the cue ball. This is only just off straight, but it's the sheer awkwardness of being hampered that is also going to restrict what he's capable of doing with the cue ball. Good pot.
Yeah, excellent pot. It's got an angle on the brown. Just got to play it with a bit of pace, so you've got to be quite accurate with this pot. He's on the red. I think the red at the bottom of the cluster. He wanted to be straighter on it, but at least he's on it. Oh, maybe there's another one that's appeared from nowhere. There, he can just get past the pink for this red to the right corner. Not one he could have dreamed of being on, but he's on it.
6.
It's amazing how those little rolls now are all seem to be favouring Sean. When Ronnie was going through his run of winning frame after frame, he was having that nice little run of the ball. It's turned.
And Sean just taking his time to compose himself here. There you see the total points since the interval. 275 points for Sean, 19 points for Ronnie.
Now it'll be interesting to see where this pink goes. Sean would like it to go on the black spot if it was going to be available. It's gone on its own spot. Does it go to the corner? Yes. It does go to the corner.
Thank you.
Decided though to leave a nice angle on the
13.
blue. Now he may just elect to play a little cannon on the black here and the red, just to bring the black into play. And that's played well, perfectly in fact. And now,
18.
in potting this red, he'll clear the black spot. It's a decent chance.
19.
You have to say a little bit careless to kiss the blue there. If he thought that was on, then he should have played a little stun up the table, maybe. Going to play it into the... Well, he's going to play the green instead. And played it badly. Good chance, this. It's gone begging.
22. Sean Murphy, 22.
So a decent safety shot for Sean Murphy, but he'll be very disappointed that he didn't make more from that visit. Can Ronnie O'Sullivan play a good safety shot, digging down into the cue ball slightly. It was a good line, just slightly overhit.
I think the bottom red of that cluster below the pink will pop, but I don't think he can hit enough of it. I was having a look at the potting angle. Can he hit enough of it? I think if he could, he'd be playing it by now.
Needs to make sure he doesn't hit the black here. Just got a little bit too much side on that.
Yeah, avoided the black, but kissed the blue full in the face.
Yes, he's trying to get the cue ball on the baulk rail behind the brown and green. This is half a chance for Ronnie. Screw shot, right hand side. Played it well.
1.
Tough shot left here. I mean, you'd think the obvious ball would be the blue, but you've got to play it with so much pace. It's going to be tough, so the brown is more of an open pocket, but lots to do with the cue ball. Well, he decided to make certain of the brown and leave himself a mid-range red. That one at the bottom of the cluster I mentioned before that Sean couldn't get through to, but Ronnie certainly can. And of course the black's in the baulk end, should it go in. Solid pot. Now, is he going to be on the black? It needs to run past the green. Will it run past the green? It's absolutely inch perfect. What a shot that was.
We've seen Ronnie O'Sullivan
13.
do this so many times in his professional career. When he comes under the most extreme pressure, he seems to find something, some inspiration from somewhere that only the
14.
great players and the best outstanding champions do. He's been slightly subdued last couple of frames, partly because Sean Murphy's played very well. Wouldn't this be typical of Ronnie O'Sullivan if he stepped up once
21.
again under pressure?
Yeah, and that black was a reminder there. That black struggled in, really. Not to take your eye off the ball here. Keep focused. It's a great chance. I
22.
think those two reds may be a plant to the corner. Same pocket he's playing the black. He had a look at them.
29.
Now got a 7-point advantage.
30.
Could Could have played that better. Could have played the position on the black better. That's where it went wrong.
37. Ronnie O'Sullivan, 37.
Well, disappointment there. Just a poor positional shot on the black.
Sean Murphy would certainly have been fearing the worst there. And Ronnie's been quite fortunate to leave Sean hampered. Trying to get the cue ball behind the yellow. This looks very good. That's very good. Fantastic shot. Well played.
Yeah, striking down as he was, full length of the table. Very good. This is a good hit. "15 points of difference in favour of Ronnie. But this frame still well and truly on for either player.
Sean Murphy would like to be able to play this red very finely. Possibly get the cue ball behind the yellow again.
Thank you.
Well, I think it's safe enough, but could have handed the initiative to Ronnie now. Close to the ball, you'd expect a much better safety shot than Sean's just played. And he'll be looking to get this cue ball in behind the yellow if he can. Couldn't have played it much better than that. That's Sean's view of it. There seems to be a gap between the yellow and brown. A gap that, well, I suppose if you were desperate, Peter, you could play the pot on the red.
Yes, he's just got enough gap for the potting angle. It's an incredibly tough pot, but he's got a really difficult safety shot. And under the circumstances, you wouldn't be surprised if he took it on.
Well, what a gap this could be. Not quite. Not quite. But it was potable. Well, I'm very surprised Ronnie played that red, to be perfectly honest with you. He was always canning into the second red, and he had a red to the middle he could have played. He was never certain, was he, to be on the black?
No, it was certainly very, very tough, and especially because he needed to play it at pace.
Thank you. One.
Well, it's Ronnie whose body language doesn't look too good now. probably sitting there feeling that his opportunity to keep that 4-frame advantage that he started this session
8.
with is going to be reduced to 2.
9.
That puts the points all square.
15.
Longest frame of the match this, just coming up to 26 minutes.
$16.
No need to tell you where the biggest obstacle is, and that's the red near the side cushion. So important in potting this red, he gets a nice angle on the colour.
And Sean played that positional shot very
22.
nicely there. Been a huge swing in momentum in this match, these last few frames.
23.
Now, big shot coming up for Sean Murphy now.
Yes, I think playing for the pink like this, he's going to try and move the red. He's moved it, but he's not moved it into too advantageous a position.
29.
Glance at the scoreboard, he's got a 14-point lead. The red will pot, but boy, it's tough.
And being the attacking player that he is, you'd expect him to take this on, but from his facial expression there, he doesn't really fancy this. He's committed. No, he didn't like it. Needs a bit of luck.
Sean Murphy, 29. Thank you.
This red will cut back. It's thin, but it will pot. He just wants to be probably a little wary of what we refer to as the yellow pocket here. Sean, well, it was his decision. It was a tough pot to go for, but he took the chance. Can Ronnie punish him? He was able to hold it. Needs a good kiss on the green, and that's not a good kiss on the green. Now then, well, if he takes the brown on, boy, is there pressure on this.
This is huge. And it's really tough as well.
Pressure there.
Ronnie O'Sullivan, 1.
Now, can Sean pot this yellow and hold the cue ball for the green in the same pocket as the yellow?
Very difficult to hold the cue ball at this angle. Maybe going up and down the table. Well, decided to play safe. It was a good effort.
Surprised me a little. If Ronnie could get in behind this yellow, he could kick it up the table if he'd get right in behind it. Well, he couldn't. He's underhit this. Needs to run, needs the pink to come to his rescue, and it may just have done. Don't think it's a snooker, but I don't think Sean can get to the potting angle. No, he can't.
But there's a good opportunity here for Sean to stun the cue ball behind the black. Underhit it.
Let's have a look at this. It's not a plant, is it? Hit the yellow, knock the green in. That's the last thing he wants. And it may well have been, that's why he played it like that, but once again, not a good safety. And Sean has got the cue power to pot this and get on the green. It's a tough shot, Peter, but I think he'll go for it.
Absolutely. Deep screw, left-hand side. Oh. Wow.
2.
No apology for the fluke.
No, he put his hand
Quiet
up.
down, please.
He put his hand up. Yeah.
Apologise, I didn't see that. Yes, he did, yes. What a timely fluke that could prove to be.
Yes, just needs green and brown now. Oh, and he's missed it. Well, after having the
So
look
Murphy too.
on the yellow, to miss the green when he only needs green and brown, it's really unforgivable. If he loses his frame, that will really hurt. So Ronnie needs the 5 remaining colours.
Three.
Twixt in between. Okay, well, as we look at Sean, he can't look at the table at the moment. He's still wondering how he missed the green. Thing is with this, Ronnie can pot the brown, but I don't see him getting real close position on the blue.
It's very, very difficult to play a good positional shot here. He could soft screw the brown in and leave a longish blue.
Where's the cue ball going? Oh, it was heading towards the middle pocket, flicking the pink out there.
Yes, that was a nice flick on the pink for Ronnie. Slightly stretching on this blue.
Yeah, and Ronnie, unlike a lot of the players, doesn't carry a little extension to go on the end. So, stretching, and he's got to put a bit of action into this cue ball to get back for the pink. Blue, pink and black needed. Good pot on the blue.
12.
Well, wonderful shot that was. And now left-handed. And now the black to restore that 4-frame advantage at the end of the second session. And somebody has got up and he's walking out at a moment like this. In goes the black. Well, what an opportunity Sean Murphy missed there. He had a stroke of luck on the yellow, but missed a simple green. And Ronnie O'Sullivan makes a marvellous clearance and keeps his 4-frame advantage going into the third session tomorrow morning. 10-6.